जयो गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी। जय जसोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन जसोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन जमुनतीरावनचारी जमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। यो राधा माधव राधे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव राधे। जय राधा विनोद राधे। जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय। जय नरसिंह देव प्रहलाद अनंत देव। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रामयी जय सुदर्शन चक्र। जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय ओम विष्णु परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सदस्य ग्रेसलेस भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री आचार्य परंपरा इसकान वर्तमान गुरु वृंद की जय। जय श्री षट गोस्वामी प्रभु वृंद की जय। जय श्री पंच तत्व की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा विनोद की जय। जय श्री श्री निथाय गौर सुंदर की जय। जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रामय सुदर्शन की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। जय श्री गंगा यमुना में तुलसी भक्त समेत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय श्री नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। जय श्री श्रीमद दीप गोद्रुम दीप मध्य दीप कोल दीप पृथ्वी दीप जान दीप मोद द्रुम दीप रुद्र दीप अंदर दीप नव दीप धाम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। श्रीमद् भागवतम Canto 4 Chapter 23 Verse 21. With all due respects to all the assembled devotees, especially those who are very, very seniors to me, those who are assembled here, please bless me so that by your mercy, I can talk a few words on this Srimad Bhagavatam. Deham vipanna kila chetanadikam patyu pritibhyadayitasya chatmana alakshya kinchiccha vilapya sasati चितामथारोपयधद्रिसानुनि। देहं विपन्ना किल चेतनादिकम् पथ्यो पृथिव्यादयितस्य चात्मना आलक्ष्य किञ्चिच्च विलप्य सा सती चितामथारोपयदद्रिसानुनी देहं विपन्ना किल चेतनादिकम् प्रत्युपृथिव्यादयितस्य चात्मना आलक्ष्य किञ्चिच्च विलप्य सा सती चितामथारोपयदद्रिसानुनी देहं विपन्ना किल चेतनादिकम् प्रत्युपृथिव्यादयितस्य चात्मना आलक्ष्य किञ्चिच्च विलप्य सा सती चितामतारोपयदद्रिसानुनी देहं विपन्ना किल चेतनादिकम् प्रत्युपृथिव्यादयितस्य चात्मना आलक्ष्य किञ्चिच्च विलप्य सा सती चितामतारोपयदद्रिचानुनी देहं विपन्ना किल चेतनादिकम् प्रत्युपृथिव्यादयितस्य चात्मना आलक्ष्य किञ्चिच्च विलप्य सा सती चितामथारोपयदद्रिसानुनी. Anybody else? Purport, translation purport by His Divine Grace by Charanavinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms, please repeat after me. Deham, body. Vipanna, completely failing. Akila, all. Chetana, feeling. Adikam, symptoms. Patyuhu, of her husband. Prithivya, the world. Daitasya, of the merciful. Cha Atmana, self of herself. Alakshya, by seeing. Kinchit, very little. Cha, and. Vilapya, lamenting. Sa, she. Sati, the chaste. Chitam, unto the fire. Atha, now. Aropayat, placed. Adri, hill. Sanuni, on the top. Translation, please repeat after me. When Queen Archi saw that her husband, who had been so merciful to her and the earth, no longer showed symptoms of life, she lamented for a little while and then built a fiery pyre on top of a hill and placed the body of her husband on it. Purport, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. After seeing all the life symptoms in her husband stop, the queen lamented for a while. The word kinchit means for a little while. The queen was completely aware that her husband was not dead, although the symptoms of life, action, intelligence and sense perception had ceased. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 13. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuhyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. The self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. So when a living entity transfers from one body to another, a process generally known as death, a sane man does not lament, for he knows that the living entity is not dead, but is simply transferred from one body to another. The queen should have been afraid of being alone in the forest with the body of her husband, dead body. But since she was a great wife of a great personality, she lamented for a while, but immediately understood that she had many duties to perform. Thus, instead of wasting her time in lamentation, she immediately prepared a fiery pyre on top of a hill and then placed the body of her husband on it to be burned. Maharaja Prithu is described here as Daita, for not only was he the king of the earth, but he treated the earth as his protected child. Similarly, he protected his wife also. It was the duty of the king to give protection to everyone, especially to the earth or land which he ruled, as well as the citizens and his family members. Since Prithu Maharaja was a perfect king, he gave protection to everyone, and therefore he is described here as Daitha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swamin Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradhayine Gaurakatha Dhamadhaya Nagara Grama Tarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadhe पाश्चात्यादे सतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopala Govinda Ram Srimat Sudanam Mukam Kharodi Vachalam Pangulangai Tegirim Yat Kripat Mahamande Sri Gurum Dinatharinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Meshwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So this Canto 4, chapter 23, where King Prithu is winding up his duties as an emperor here and is going back home, back to Godhead by performing the yoga process and meditating on the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. And he has gone. And after that, his good wife, Archi, she was accompanying him. And her feet were very tender. She was a queen. She was living in palace. And she gave up all kind of comforts to accompany him in the forest, which is very difficult for such a lady to walk and to, sleep on the floor and so on. And she did all this as a chaste wife of her husband. And finally, you'll also see further that after completing the ceremony, funeral ceremony, she enters into the fire. And thus she, on meditating on her husband, okay, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. So it is advised by all sadhu guru shastra that at the time of death, one should meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Her husband, she was very lucky that her husband has to be an incarnation of the Lord. Okay. So she went back home, back to Godhead. Okay. So at the time of death, whatever we are remembering, that state of life we will achieve in the next birth without doubt. And what will you remember at the time of death? What you have been remembering throughout life. Very natural, right? What we have been thinking 24 hours is what we will think at the time of death also. And if you are chanting Hare Krishna, Kirtaniya Sadahari, 24 hours, at the time of death also you will be chanting Hare Krishna, and you will not know that you have died. You will not know because your chanting can't stop. Death cannot stop your chanting. Death cannot stop your devotional service. You will continue to do. You won't know that you left your body. Krishna will remind you, hey, do you know that you left your body? You will turn back and say, oh, it's okay. You continue chant. Means you have obtained your spiritual body. That death is very glorious. And that's what is being taught in ISKCON. At every verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is Krishna. And this is Maitreya Muni is narrating this wonderful pastime to Vidura. And there are so many glorification about this narration of Prithu Maharaj pastimes, that how he appeared from Venas, churning by the Brahmanas, and how before even he acquired all the glories, the demigods and everybody came and glorified him. He felt ashamed. I have not done anything, and you're glorifying for me for what I have not done. But he was an incarnation because his lotus footprint has proved that. So in this way, and then he went ahead. Everybody knows that how he cultivated the earth. He has adopted the earth as his daughter. And she has profusely supplied whatever he demanded. And he ruled the entire kingdom very nicely, keeping the people in Krishna consciousness. This is exactly what is wanted. The government is supposed to keep every citizen Krishna consciousness and facilitate them to remain in Krishna consciousness. And Prithu Maharaj exactly did that. Prithu Maharaj was a preacher also. He has preached to all the citizens of his entire empire about Krishna consciousness, how important it is to be. And he attempted to perform 100 yajnas. 99 years successfully completed. On the request of Brahma, he cancelled one because Indra was fearful. His purpose was not to make any living entity fearful. Prithu Maharaj is not of that character anyway. So as soon as he learned that, okay, Indra is fearful, I'll stop. He is wonderful Vaishnava and an incarnation of the Shakti Aveshavara. So Vishnu came down to see him on the yajna. His yajna is so successful, so perfect, so selfless, only to please the Supreme. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Whatever as a Kshatriya he did, as a Brahmana he acted, as a Vaishnava he acted, as a incarnation also he acted. Every role he has acted very perfectly in his life. He took care of his subject, his citizens, his family, everybody very nicely, and engaged everyone in Krishna consciousness. Amazing, exemplary example for all the kings to follow in the future. And when Vishnu came on his yajna, there's something special happened. Unlike in other yajna, how Vishnu appears. Vishnu has almost come down to the earth, He doesn't touch material anyway. He stays in the air, he stays on the Garuda, he blesses, he does everything. But for Prithu, he got down from the Garuda, and then looking at the glorification prayers of Prithu and his humble attitude, Lord Vishnu came down 2 more steps down, almost he was about to touch the earth and he was just balancing himself, putting his hand on Garuda. We want to balance when we are in the air. The Supreme Lord wants to balance when he's coming to the earth. Just see. So he kept his hand on the Garuda for support. Prabhupada writes in the purport. So beautiful. So such is the wonderful activity of Prithu Maharaj. And his wife, Queen Archie, is a chaste woman. After this funeral, and she went back where Prithu Maharaj went, means to Vaikuntha Loka, okay? And all the demigoddesses were glorifying Sati. Like she served her husband like Lakshmi serves Narayana. To that extent, they glorified. And they showered flowers and they sang glorification of Archie. So in this way. So that time Varnashrama Dharma was in place. So King Prithu, when he thought that, okay, I grown old, now time for me to get out. He distributed all his, whatever is accumulated, to all the citizens. You'll surprise, how? He has to appoint a king and then subject and all these things. How he has distributed all to all citizens. How come it is? Because they are Vaishnavas. Because he maintained Krishna consciousness. He has asked them to be in Krishna consciousness. He preached Krishna consciousness. So since everybody is Krishna consciousness, absolutely nothing wrong. Even the Lord want to hand over the whole world to Vaishnava one. Yudhishthira was a wonderful Vaishnava, devotee of Lord. Duryodhana was a benevolent king. He can perform his duties much, much better than Yudhishthira. As a royal king, as a Kshatriya. But that's no qualification to rule the world. That's not what Krishna wanted. Krishna wanted his devotee should be in charge everywhere. That is Krishna's duty. So he is snatched away from Duryodhana and handed over to Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira is not as, diplomatic, as politician, or as a, what I can say, as smart as Duryodhana. He was simple devotee, simple, humble devotee. Follow rules and regulations without any deviation. Full faith on the scripture and the Lord and the Guru. This kind of attitude. He doesn't make decisions on his own like Duryodhana. But Duryodhana was more qualified. But he was not given. So similarly, here Prithu Maharaj, how he has distributed all that to the citizens, because he made the citizens qualified. Otherwise, what would have happened? It would have happened like today's democracy. Unqualified people are given every in charge. Everything is distributed. And they cannot anyway rule themselves. They cannot anyway manage themselves. So they will select one unqualified person to rule them. And he will become the looter. So this will go on. Prabhupada has written in many purports repeatedly. This is the symptoms of Kali Yuga. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to rescue us from all this kind of calamities by simply giving this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So here, Prabhupada writes in the purport that as a lady, she was not really behaving like a lady, Archie. On death of her husband, dead body is there, alone in the forest. Just imagine, a lady who lived with thousands of servants around in palace, and what a situation she is in. Nevertheless, she was not affected by that. Little lamented. Why little lamented for her husband? He's a Vaishnava. He took very good care of her. And she lost her association, which not only she, when Prithu Maharaj has distributed the property and decided to go to the forest, the entire population of his empire were lamenting, missing him. They were drowned in separation from Prithu. That is the symptom of a Vaishnava. Adhira, Adhira, Jana Priya Priya Karo. Then what to speak of his very dear wife, who has been serving him personally. Vapu Seva, Vani Seva, everything. So naturally, little while, Prabhupada is, underlying that. You see such a royal lady, and she's alone in the forest with a dead body. And she is only little while lament. that gives blessings actually, because when you lament for missing a Vaishnava never dies. Like she knows very well, Prabhupada written, that Prithu never dies. Her husband has not died. She knows that. But then missing association. Tirobhav and Avirbhav, both we are celebrating equally of all the acharyas, right? So on the Avirbhav, we are celebrating very happily. Wow, you got the world has got the association of such a wonderful acharya. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Iskan acharya Guru Parampara ki jai. So they have come here. So we are getting saved. So we celebrate their appearance day. And on the Tirobhav day, are we crying? No, we are not crying. Are we jumping and dancing in ecstasy of happiness? No. Nevertheless, we celebrate very nicely. We are happy that he has gone back home, back to Godhead. At the same time, we are observing the Tirobhav with that mood that to become more serious in following his instructions. Yes, left behind for us to progress and join him back. So we should be more serious on the Tirobhav day, on the instruction of the Acharyas, and we observe that Tirobhav in that mode. So similarly, here, this is the Tirobhav day of Prithu Maharaj for her. So she lamented a little while thinking about these glories and all these things. And immediately she came to her consciousness. Come on, I have a lot of duties to do. So she immediately performed all the required rituals, whatever to be performed. And after that, she has offered all the, thankfulness and whatever the rituals to all the demigods. This is always required. If you are remembering your husband or wife on her death or thing, then you have to become rini to all the demigods and all other living entities. Jai Srila Jagannath Baladev Subramanya Sudarshan ki jai. Jai Sri Sri Radha Vinod ki jai. Jai Sri Sri Natabara Nithai Gauranga ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nithai Gaur Premanande. Yeah. Rini. Rini means indebtedness. She has cleared all the indebtedness that she had towards the demigods, to other living entities, everything. Then only she entered the fire. Otherwise, you have to take birth again to clear your debt. But to clear the debt, you have to live in a body. And to live in a body, you have to receive the mercy of demigods, other living entities, near one and dear one, so many things, You have to accept so that you will survive in the body and you will release your previous debt. In this way, this is another reason for entanglement. You have, unless otherwise you are clear of all the debt, you are not free. You cannot be given freedom. All the 10 gates of the entire universe is completely, severely guarded by Durga. You can't escape. No way. No way. And how can you clear all the debt as long as you live in a body? It's a mission impossible, right? So our Acharya Parampara is there to make all the impossible possible. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. So he came and gave you this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and the whole Acharya Parampara to guide us. And in this, when we become Krishna conscious, what happens? All your debt are cleared. Who clears it? Krishna. Krishna will clear all the debt. That Acharya sang, forgive me, all the demigods, my forefathers, all other living entities. I am unable to repay any debt to all of you anymore because I'm completely absorbed in the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So please forgive me. That's all. Finished. All your debts are cleared. Because you are taking Krishna with you. So to be Krishna conscious is the most important thing that you can do, all that you cannot do in millions and millions of janmas. From time immemorial we are here. But we can never ever get out of this entanglement as long as we are indebted. So the very easiest way is become indebted to your spiritual master. Accept a bona fide spiritual master, surrender unto him. He is the one who can clear all your debt and take you back home, back to God. And our debt is eternal. because all our debts are cleared here, right? Right? So we are eternally indebted to our spiritual master and Krishna. But that's a very blissful indebtedness. We want to be more indebted actually, right? Because that gives blissful 24 hours, both day and night. And there's no day and night kind of things. It's beyond time. Eternally, we are indebted to our spiritual master. So in that case, you don't need to do that. Now, to be Krishna conscious, there are two things Rupa Goswami has told. One is that always remember Krishna, isn't it? You know what is the other one? What is the other one? Never forget Krishna. Thank you. So these two principles that will keep you completely loan free and suffering free, and no kind of ubhadrata will be, and no kleshas, nothing. You will be in blissful. Though you are in the same present body, you will still feel the happiness. We are actually the devotees, ISKCON devotees, no, they are not in Kali Yuga. Say they don't know the pangs of Kali. They only talk, is for them theory. Manda sumanda matayo manda bhakya hi ubhadrata. They don't actually undergo the experience because they are devotees. Okay. But other world is undergoing that particular misery. So this is a theory for us. What is practical is situated in the blissfulness. So two things. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. For always remember Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the answer. How always remember Krishna? Anybody remember? I mean, you remember Krishna. Anybody remember what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave? How to always remember Krishna? Trinatapi sunishena taroriva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadhari. Sada means always. Put in a very simple term, always you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you have less faith, this will increase your faith. If you are less humble, it will make you more humble. If you are less tolerant, it will make you more tolerant. So the qualifications will also come by this chanting Hare Krishna. All that you need to do is chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. How many? 16 rounds a day and no more for that day. No, minimum 16 rounds, right? But if you want to be Krishna conscious, always there are two things. One is that is called Yukta Vairagya, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandha. You can't say anything without related to Krishna. Everywhere you will find connected to Krishna. Either it is his energy or he is there, or in some form or the other, you will always experience Krishna in everything. Yukta Vairagya. There is nothing that I want to reject. There is nothing that I want to detach from. Because everything belongs to Krishna. And I am also his property. My body is also his property. My mind is also his property. So, if I reject any of Krishna's, then I have to reject myself, right? So, better I utilize everything in the service of Krishna. Yukta Vairagya. Very, very simple process. This is one way of always remembering Krishna. Living examples are there in the whole Acharya Parampara, many senior devotees in ISKCON. You can see how they are living, how they are, 24 hours they are in Krishna consciousness, connecting everything in the service of Krishna, utilizing everything in the service of Krishna. You give money, they will use it in the Krishna service. You give some kinds, they will use it in the Krishna. You come yourself, they will use you in the Krishna service. This is what is ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Acharya Parampara ki jai. So they've given us such a wonderful association and institution and education and the way we should live, in the Yukta Vairagya platform, very freely and very easily. Kali Yuga people can't understand Vedas also. And this is beyond Vedas. Veda is durlabham adurlabham atma bhakti. And now we are performing something that even Vedas can't describe. You just see the power of Acharya Paramparaya. This is called impossible possible. They can make it. So we have to completely take shelter of the bona fide spiritual master and then surrender unto him fully. And here Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told how to remember Krishna 24 hours, both day and night. Prabhupada writes in the purport, is that by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you not able to relate any work you are doing or anything you are seeing or anything you are in connection with, you are not able to relate to Krishna, you don't need to worry. Yeah, how can I relate this offer to Krishna? How can I relate this? I am working in this company. How can I relate that? You don't need to be confused. You simply chant Hare Krishna 24 hours. Whenever you are doing, whatever you are doing, that is the way you remember Krishna always. That is Krishna consciousness. Very simple process is given. Don't make it complicated. Don't try to become a scientist to relate things. That will become a relative truth. Okay. We are talking of absolute truth. So don't try to do anything. Just accept what the Acharya Parampara gave us, what you are getting from ISKCON, and just follow it. That's all. Chant Hare Krishna all the time and whatever you are doing, like Mam Anusmaran Utyacha. Krishna is also recommending the same thing. Just remember me. And how to remember Krishna? By chanting Hare Krishna. You agree? You can remember Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna. Huh? Suppose you want to call me. If you call me only, I'll turn back, right? How will you call me? By my name, right? And before calling my name, what you will do? You have to remember my name. Come on, yaar. Such a simple thing, yaar. Huh? You have to remember my name. Then you call my name, I'll turn and come to you, right? Same thing applicable to Krishna. So how to remember? Chanting Hare Krishna means you are calling the name, which means you're already remembering Krishna. Rebol. And that you don't know. This is the Acharya Parampara's power. This empowerment they gave you. So chanting Hare Krishna means Smaranam is already there. Without remembering something, how can you call that? Isn't it? So Smaranam is already there. You are remembering Krishna. That is why always remember Krishna means always chant Hare Krishna. That's why we say Hari Bol. We don't say Hari. Right? We say Hari Bol. Further, propagate it. So always chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. What happens is you are situated in Krishna consciousness. Now come to the second part. Never forget Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't give that answer directly. So who gave us? Because Rupa Goswami said, instruction. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. But we want a practical guide, right? So, to always remember Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and to never forget Krishna, Srila Prabhupada gives in the purport of 4th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, that how to never forget Krishna is by keeping yourself in the association of devotees. Because you see, devotee remember Krishna, right? How can you forget him here? Tell me. Simple formula. One, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave, another, Srila Prabhupada gave. And the Guru Maharaj and so many acharyas in our Guru Parampara is live example. They are always keeping themselves in the association of devotees. Do you see any ISKCON Guru isolated, going to the forest of Vrindavan? Don't call me for 6 months, I'll come back. Is there any record? No. This is the way, achar prachar. They live by example and they show you. So they keep themselves in the association of devotees and they ask everyone to be associated. Unity in diversity. Unity in diversity. If the unity is not there, then the diversity is of no use. That will only destroy. Kali will be the hero then. Because Kali is there to diversify everything. And Krishna is there, Guru is there to unify everything. Because this is perverted reflection of what is there in the spiritual world, right? This diversity word is wrong actually. It is not diversity. In the spiritual world, what it is? Variety. Krishna, he doesn't like two souls doing the same thing, right? Two souls, both are in the same platform. For example, fraternity, okay? But both will be different. Rasa will be different. From each individual soul, Krishna takes a unique rasa, which is not available in another living entity on the same level, whether it is Vatsalya Bhava or whatever rasa. You understand? This is variety actually, and Krishna is Akila Rasamrita. He loves variety. That is the reason this many varieties are there. And when it is perverted reflection, it is resulting in diversity. The word diverse is meant for diversity. So the diversity, but unity. Doing for what? For Krishna. The diversity means what? I think in my way, you think in your way. There is no my way or highway. Okay? Every way is correct because you're thinking for Krishna. So we have to cooperate with everyone. Wow, this person is thinking. Maybe he has a different realization in that angle. I should respect that. Because he is serving ISKCON, he is serving Guru, he is serving Krishna. So as long as he is in the service of Krishna, he is in the association of the devotees, we cannot spot him out. We should take and give association depending upon the levels of consciousness, Madhyam Adhikari, Uttam Adhikari or Kanishta Adhikari. So that is how the entire system works. And this is the wonderful environment given by our Acharya Parampara to us. We should take full advantage of that. In those times, you see Archi, how much she is suffering in the forest alone with Prithu Maharaj. So we are not in that. Parikshit Maharaj, when he heard that he is going to die in 7 days, he has to leave everything, run, run, run to the Ganges, search for Guru. Who is my Guru? I am going to die. I want a Guru. I want a Guru. And so many sannyasis assembled. How he will select Guru? See. But he was so Krishna conscious. His every activity was wonderful. His birth was wonderful. His life was wonderful. He was always remembering Krishna. Is he the person who has appeared in the womb of my mother? And I witnessed him before my birth. He's always remembering Krishna. That form of Krishna which he saw before birth. He's very fortunate. His death is wonderful. Krishna has utilized him as an instrument to give us this Srimad Bhagavatam today we are speaking about. It is because of the mercy of Parikshit Maharaj. Krishna has made Arjuna instrument to give us the Srimad Bhagavad Gita that we are reciting here. So this is both we are having today. The reason is Arjuna and Parikshit Maharaj. His death is also wonderful. So like that, if you are situated in Krishna consciousness seriously, sincerely, with full endeavor, he will supply Guru. There may be so many Gurus in front of you. Krishna will supply you who is your Guru. Like Sukadeva Goswami came. Not only Parikshit, everybody understood he is his Guru and he is my Guru also. You see? This happens not just to Parikshit Maharaj. Every devotee. And today, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Parampara, you don't need to leave everything and run to the Ganges or anywhere to search for your spiritual master, to sit and in isolated place and hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada has got the Srimad Bhagavatam to your doorstep. Srila Prabhupada book distribution key. Everybody has got Srimad Bhagavatam in their house. And in every ISKCON temple in nook and corner of the whole world, everywhere, ISKCON is established. A regular program, Srimad Bhagavatam is there. All that you need to do is become Parikshit. That's all. Choice is yours. Right? Everything is provided. We don't need to run. We don't need to detach from anything. Yukta Vairagya, they teach. Griheta ko vaneta ko sadahari boleta ko. So this is extracts. Because we are not in the Archi's position or Prithu Maharaj position or Varnashrama Dharma situation or a population where everybody is Krishna conscious. We are in Kali Yuga, but in the golden age of Kali. That's our fortunate position. So we should quickly finish our job, make others, engage others in the Krishna consciousness, and then go back taking a few with you to Godhead, catching the lotus feet of Guru. So this is the responsibility. Because there's a give and take now. We are eternally indebted to Guru. So what you will do for Guru? He doesn't want anything from this material world anyway because it doesn't belong to here. And he came to tell you, you also don't belong here. Okay. So all that you need to do is utilize everything in the service of Guru. And preach. That is main. That's one pure devotion service you can perform here. Everything else is Krishna consciousness. There are two things in our life. One is Krishna consciousness, another is bhakti. You think both are same? Both are same. Buddhi yoga and bhakti yoga. Krishna consciousness means everything you utilize in the service of Krishna, nirbandha Krishna sambandhi. See everything in the relation to Krishna. You are in the material world, you are in the material body. So we have to use all these material things. You can make it transcendental. It's only depending upon use. Are you using for your sense gratification or Krishna's sense gratification? That's all the question is. So when you use it in the service of Krishna, that is it. It is transcendental. This is Krishna consciousness. It's not bhakti. What is bhakti? Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. Everybody knows that. You're all doing it, right? So those Navavida bhakti. So to be situated in Krishna consciousness and practice bhakti is the thing ISKCON teaches us through the parampara. So we have to take the gist of this and then apply in our life. We have a very short period. So these two things are most important. Be in Krishna consciousness. There are two ways to be in Krishna consciousness. One is that apply, use everything in the service of Krishna and see everything in related to Krishna, or do everything as you do, but chant Hare Krishna 24 hours. Your Yukta Vairagya is successful. Another is practice of bhakti, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, like you are doing here. We are all doing. The person who is speaking Bhagavatam, the person who is hearing Bhagavatam, absolutely no difference. Absolutely no difference. The person who is speaking is also doing Sravanam. So Sravanam and Kirtanam is going on. Devotional service are not one big, one small. All absolute. So Sravanam, Kirtanam, hearer and speaker, like Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, both attain the same destination, right? One was doing Kirtana, another was doing Sravana. So there's no difference between the speaker and the hearer in Srimad Bhagavatam classes. So both are equally, seen by Krishna and awarded by Krishna. Thank you very much. Anybody has any questions or comments or realization, please do share with me.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for wonderful realization. Actually, I'm wondering how Arsi, because she's very tender lady, but because dead body means very heavy. She kept all the funerals. She worked hard. So by mercy of Krishna, actually the impossible become possible. Normally ladies, so normally dead body, 4 people will lift. Really heavy also. So she's taking heavy burden. Also, this is a command. We also took heavy burden to preach Krishna consciousness and go back to Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. So many seniors are there. You would like to give any message on this occasion to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you for your association. Chandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna. Let's thank His Grace Vrajseswar Prabhu for giving this wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam class by chanting once Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare.
Hare Krishna. Just a small announcement regarding the meetings. All the sessions will happen in the 3rd floor. If you go in the lift, it is in the 3rd floor, or by stairs just above this. There is a small room. There it will be happening the session. And regarding the prasadam timings, morning will be serving prasadam now after this Bhagavatam, and lunch will be at around 1:30, and in the evening the session will be morning 9:30 to 1:30 and 3 to 6 will be the sessions, and the prasadam in the afternoon will be served around 1:30. As soon as the session gets over, devotees can honor. And in the evening after 6 o'clock, by 7 o'clock the dinner prasad also will be ready, and at around 11:30 and 4:30 there will be some light snacks in the bit of the session. And if any of the devotees have any specific diet needs, some of the devotees have mentioned, you can just mention to me. We'll try to cater to the needs of your requirements. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.